Santiago, the capital of Chile, is a city of almost 7 million inhabitants. Like many large cities in South America, Santiago suffers from a serious pollution problem, as well as a new form of refuse, electronic waste. Since the government did not have a consistent policy for managing this electronic waste, in 2003, Fernando Nilo founded Recycla, a company that specializes in recycling electronic components, commonly called e-waste. The company's philosophy is firmly based on the principles of sustainable development, because while addressing the problems of highly toxic waste, Recycla offers people a unique opportunity for social reintegration.
Traveling through Silicon Valley in the United States, I saw how quickly things were progressing. And I realized there would be short-term problems with all these electronic devices once their useful life came to an end. Since economic and technological development is progressing rapidly in Latin America, I immediately saw the opportunity that it offered and decided that I would act on it.
It was at that moment that Fernando Nilo decided to drop everything and start his own business, Recycla. To learn more on the subject, he traveled to the United States and Europe to meet with specialists.
I bought some land and I approached the banks for a loan. That's when the problem started. For a year, I tried to convince them that my project was serious, but without success. When I talked to the banks and companies and told them that I wanted to recycle, be paid to do it, and that I would offer jobs to needy people, in addition to protecting the environment, they all told me I was crazy and said it wouldn't work. But I knew that with perseverance and passion, we would see the light at the end of the tunnel. I had to prove that my project was feasible.
Faced with the bank's refusal, Fernando Nilo did not get discouraged. After all, visionaries and idealists have always had trouble convincing banks. Unfortunately, social and environmental projects are not very popular with bankers. Fernando Nilo sought support to promote his project. And so he met Jimena Abogadir, a well-known Santiago pacifist and environmentalist. Jimena Abogadir founded the Casa de la Paz, an NGO that promotes the benefits of recycling. Together, they combined their efforts in publishing a book entitled Electronic Waste, the New Waste of the 21st Century.
What impresses me about Fernando is that he's passionate about what he does. He has a clear objective, but he knows how to differentiate between his passion and his objective. And he's a go-getter. He's always moved ahead without second-guessing himself. I am totally convinced of Recycla's importance in the environmental management of this country. Someone has to take care of the problem. We know that the components of these electronic devices are dangerous and very toxic. Furthermore, the problem is made worse by the fact that these devices very quickly become obsolete.
Fernando's project is audacious. Given the lack of official guidelines, Fernando proposes that the companies themselves pay for the recycling of their obsolete electronic equipment. He managed to convince the director of the Santander Bank of Santiago of the merits of his initiative.
Our proposal was very clever, because that's how we convinced them, and that they became our first clients.
para que esto resultara.
Since then, the Santander Bank sends about 5,000 devices a year to Recycla, accounting for 95% of the electronic waste produced by the bank. Fernando Nilo started his recycling business thanks to contracts with private companies.